Welcome back to Common Underground. I'm your host, motherfucking Common. What's up? So I personally did not want to work today, but I didn't have a choice. I got a lot of love from that last show I just did, representing Elder and Casp. Giving shout outs to a lot of homies and shit that I known and grown up with and shit like that in the graffiti community. And that's what I do this for. That's what I do this for. I'm talking to a lot of people and it's working. People love what I'm doing. And that makes me happy because I do this shit straight from my fucking heart, man. Like, this isn't about money. This isn't about gaining any type of respect or anything like that. Listen, I got all my medals. I got all the respect that I can even imagine ever having from my career and from the graffiti world and from my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? My family, my kids, that's what matters to me. But again, like I said in previous interviews and previous blogs, that I do this because it's my hobby and because it's my soul and it's my heart and it's what I love. You know what I'm saying? I love giving love to hip hop because hip hop has been good to me. It made me, it bred me, and I want to give back, and that's what's up. So I'm gonna jump right into the nitty motherfucking gritty today. Go right into the graffiti artist of the day, because specifically this graffiti artist I've been following for a long fucking time. I've been following his crew since fucking caveman years. A crew that I always looked up to, always had fucking respect for. Just dope as fuck. Always had nothing but fucking love for this crew. And the crew is AOM Crew from Chicago. And the graffiti artist of the day, I know you guys are waiting because I just said AOM and you're like, oh, it could be a number of motherfuckers because they're all dope. And rightfully so, they are all dope. AOM is one of in my top 5 graffiti crews in Chicago, easily. So you're like, oh, who can it be? And I'll tell you who it is. It's motherfucking FALS! Shout out to you, motherfucker, for being so goddamn dope, homeboy. FALS, dude, listen, man. I've been chatting it up with you. You know, you're a bad motherfucker, bro. I have nothing but fucking utmost respect and love for you, brother. For as long as you've been doing it, and for what you've been doing, and how you've been fucking keeping the game alive, and who you are as a person, just speaks volumes for me, man. You're a real fucking artist. You're a real person. You're a straight up motherfucker, dude. I love what you do. I love that you're an illegal graffiti artist all the way through. And again, I talked about that shit yesterday or the other day. There's no disrespect on my side when it comes to graffiti artists who may be in the game for maybe a year or two and go straight to the fucking permission walls. Listen, man, if graffiti is in your heart and you can't risk being an illegal graffiti artist, more power to you. Do what you gotta do. If it's in your heart and you want to do graffiti, but you can't take the risk, listen, I'm not the one that's gonna hate on you. I'll promote you, I'll give you love, and I'll respect you for the art, for what you do. But there's a place in my heart personally for the illegal graffiti artists, only because I was one of them. Not taking anything away from anyone else doing what they're doing right now and what they've done in the past, because I had the utmost respect for you as an artist. Guys are dope. But FALS, you're a bad motherfucker, homie. You're dope as fuck, man. Listen, when you were recruited into AOM Crew 2007, around that era, Gem, motherfucking OG, motherfucking Gem brought you in the crew. Gem is a bad motherfucker. I met Gem in the 90s. He's a bad dude, man. And he's a real OG, somebody that all graffiti artists should look up to. And recognizing talent like FALS is one of those things that a lot of OG graffiti artists have started crews, including TDM Crew and Air Crew and BTB, all those fucking major hitters, you know what I'm saying? X-Men Crew, AOM, SFA, ABC Crew, all those major hitter TNS, TNF, those major hitter crews, those guys who founded those crews, and I know I left a lot off, and I'm sorry if I did, but I'm just saying, shout out to UBC crew, shout out to my brother Detour. I know I left crews off, but the point I'm trying to make is, back then it was hard to find talent, and even if you found talent back then, it was hard to find loyalty. And that's one of the things I think I can harp on, because you might find a kid on the street that can paint and just has a natural ability to fucking paint, just an artist all the way through, but they're just not loyal motherfuckers. They're not real. They're not true to the game. They do it for their art. That's cool, and no disrespect to them for that. But it was hard to find loyalty. And just saying this, just in Chicago terms, I talked to my California TDMs. Shout out to all the TDM niggas in San Jose, California. You guys are my brothers. Odio, Teffer, Seconds. You guys are all of my brothers. All you guys over there. I mentioned to them before in the past that about 99% of the TDMs in Chicago were Mexican. And it wasn't because we only recruited Mexicans. It was just, I don't know. I think graffiti in Chicago was just a Mexican game. We did have black graffiti artists. We had white ones. But for the majority wise, graffiti is just a very fucking large fucking game for Latinos. That being said, there was no racism or hatred towards that. But in our culture, in the Latino culture, loyalty and respect is everything. So it was very hard to find homies that can bomb and can paint and that you're going to be homies with on the side. Like, motherfuckers, I knew people that not just in my crew and other crews that got down, got busy, like they were bad motherfuckers. But like, on that other shit though, like, I wouldn't trust them if I had to fucking go into Dominic's and rack a bottle. Like, there's some folks, Rob, like, you know what? I'm not going to go with him to do this other dirty deed because I don't trust him. Some people just don't hold up under pressure. Like, and there's no hate on that. Like, it's just, if you're not built for it, you're not built for it. But there were some folks where I was just like, you know what? I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were raised different and they're just different culture or just different. And I wouldn't go racking with them. And for you guys out there in the world that's listening to my show right now, racking means stealing. So I would pick and choose, like, who's loyal, who will hold up under pressure, who wouldn't rat, who wouldn't snitch. Now, the homies that hold up under pressure are the ones that are fucking friends for 20, 30 years. And I just love to do this because I love to talk about that specific thing about the culture, about friendship, about unity, about camaraderie, about, you know, cohesiveness and a single unit for a crew. Because I'm a crew person. I was a single bomber probably for 1 year. For about 1 year, I was calm. And then after that 1 year just being calm, then I turned TDM crew. But then again, like I said in other interviews, we started that BTR shit. Shout out to Pobe, love you, brother. Shout out to fucking Double. Shout out to my brother and One. Quest, I know you fucking don't like that I talk shit about you and shit like that on your little fucking Snapchat shit, just dogging you. But I still love you, Quest. You're my homeboy. Always been my homeboy since day one. Like 30 years fucking friends. Sorry I'm an asshole, but I still love you, bro. But listen, it's hard to be friends for fucking 30 plus years with people because we're fucking animals. We're savages. We're criminals. We're all that. But when I see motherfuckers like False and I see him bombing with his homies and shit like that, and I'm not going to say False because shout out to you too, Ekon, because I see you right next to False and you're bombing your ass off too. But today I'm giving it to False. Shout out to Ekon. Shout out to AOM Crew. Y'all motherfuckers been doing this shit for so goddamn fucking long. And you deserve all the fucking kudos that I'm going to give you. It is what it is. And this is coming from a TDM nigga and shit like that. And I know we all have love for each other, man. I seen a homie today on Instagram post something that said, real writers respect other writers. And right away I was like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Someone wrote that shit. It's like, yes, real writers respect real writers. Just any writers. And I get it. Motherfuckers are splashing paint on canvases and stuff like that and trying to sell it off. But that's not what I'm really seeing. I'm seeing guys like you, False. You know what I'm saying? Guys like you, Cast. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go through heartache in life. Shit happens, man. You gotta work the third shift. You gotta work your fucking balls off. You're constantly fucking grinding. You're constantly moving, trying to make shit work for you and your own and for your family, and trying to make shit possible for you to be successful in the future. And this graffiti thing that we all do, and what you do, and what you love, and we love, you know what I'm saying? It has to come second. But a lot of times, people take those things that come second and just brush them off and just stop and just keep moving on to the next venture. Not you. You didn't do that. Casp, you didn't do that. I didn't do that either. Because it's inside of you. It's not something that you're trying to pretend to be. It's not something that you want people to admire. It's not something that you want to get follows for, or you want to get subs for. You're not doing it for that. You're doing it because you fucking love it. And it's in your heart. It's real. And I just have to fucking pay homage to that. To see homeboys that have been doing this shit for 20, 30 years. And they don't give a shit. I talked to my homeboy Crane today, man. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, Crane. And I was talking about like how easy it looks now to bomb the steel in Chicago. How we used to dream about that in the 90s. And Crane told me a story about my brother D-Tech. You guys all know I fucking grew up with D-Tech. He's my brother. Like D-Tech was just telling Crane a story like, yo, I was just bombing the steel and I got chased. So it wasn't as easy as I thought. If they chased my homeboy D-Tech out the fucking train yard, he got away, thank God. But I keep mentioning that it might be easier. It doesn't matter, bro. Even if it was as hard as it was in the 90s, I still believe that these homeboys, these motherfuckers, will still be out there getting on the grind, still getting busy, and still putting in work. Not because they care about getting their name up, not because they care about being all city, not because they want to be the king of the rail. They're doing it because the adrenaline that they're addicted to, because I know all about that. They're doing it because of the love of the skill and the art that they are able to produce for people to admire and look up to. And I love that. I respect that. And I will always, always fucking represent that. Because graffiti culture, like I said, it ain't to be fucked with. It ain't to be fucked with, dude. It's a beautiful fucking thing. We take dark places and give it color. We take the worst places in the world and splash color on it. We do. I was fucking privileged enough to grow up in Pilsen in the 90s and watch Pilsen become the art capital of Chicago, probably even the world. Because of us. Because of graffiti artists. And because of Latinos. I'm taking away from blacks or whites, because you guys are fucking badass bombers too, and I know a lot of you. You guys are my friends and my homies, even the ones overseas. Shout out to all my homies here in Europe that bomb. Talk to all of you guys. Shout out to my brother Erps in Bucharest. Shout out to my brother Boris in the Netherlands. I'll still you too. All you motherfuckers, man. And I just had nothing but love, admiration, and respect for anybody that wants to put their hand in a can and take a chance with their livelihood to present themselves, represent their city, represent their art, and show love to the fucking culture. That's what I do this shit for. I don't even need kudos. I don't get paid to do this. Even if I got paid, I'd probably donate it to somebody, one of the gypsies that live in my neighborhood. So I don't give a shit about that. I just love this. And I love you motherfuckers for watching. I love you motherfuckers for subscribing, and following, and commenting. Even if I get negative comments, I don't give a fuck. You guys can fucking dog me all you want. I don't care, dude. Like, just dog me. Do whatever you want. I don't get my admiration and my love and all that stuff for myself from you guys. I get it from me. Inner peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with me. I love me. That's all that matters. I've done enough in my life to be respected by me. I don't sit back and think what I've done wrong. I sit back and think what I've done right and how I can use what I've done to help other people get right. Because I've done a million things wrong. Trust me. I hurt people. I'm not perfect. I apologize to a lot of them. But I'm not fucking perfect. But I use my goodness and project that and represent and bring out other people's fucking goodness. That's the way I fucking am. So I said that I wanted to represent hip-hop, and I've done that. So now I'm going to get into something bigger. I just dropped my new fucking book today. Just been published on Amazon. Army Story XXX. I'll talk about that for 1 second. It was a 2-year, maybe 2.5 year process writing this book. I did drop a portion of this book and I sent it to people, military people, to get some information about what I can and cannot say. Because I went real deep, real hard in the paint on things the military got wrong, things that I've experienced, things that my friends experienced, things that are real heavy on the heart, things that cause PTSD. And while I was writing the book, I was happy and I was also sad because I was shedding light on things that are in no other book. I was shedding light on things that are in not a single fucking military movie you'll ever fucking watch. I was telling the truth about what it's really like being a United States Army soldier in the period that I told. So the period that I talked about was from 2003 to 2007, when the Iraq and Afghan war jump was heavy as fuck and everything was moving and pieces were in scramble and nobody had accountability and all the young kids were not supervised in the Army. There was really absolutely no real supervision, and all of us young kids that were stationed overseas, like myself and all my friends that I talk to this day, what we had to endure and do while we were in the Army during that period, if we were not in Iraq or Afghanistan, the folks that were left behind living in the barracks during that period were called Rare Detachment, Rare D. During that time, a lot of us suffered from a lot of problems. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, sexual abuse, sexual misconduct that you can't even believe, just wild partying, just a very, very, very volatile, dangerous, disgusting manner that the military will never ever tell you about. No military movie, like I said, no books will ever tell you about. And so in the process of me writing this book, Army Story, was basically pulling back the curtain, telling stories that I know thousands of fucking soldiers have, that they're not willing or they're too scared to put in a book. But I did have my book vetted. I did send it to sergeant majors. I did send it to colonels. I've had it read. I've had to make multiple changes. That's why it took so many years for me to publish it in full the way I did. And shout out to all my brothers and sisters who helped me along this journey writing this book. This book is not really an Army book. This book is about 2 young men from the south side of Chicago joining the Army but never knew each other. And that's what I get into a lot when I talk about graffiti history. They're both hip-hop kids. When you live on 2 different sides of the street, for example, I lived on the 17th and Wood, and somebody who grew up on 17th and Laughlin, chances are because we were separated by a street called Ashland. One side is Count World and one side is Bishop World. Even though we were maybe 7-8 blocks away, we probably would have never met and become homies. But when you join the Army, you bump into those people, and I have. I bumped into people in Chicago that I like, man, you guys, you're my age, you're just like me. We're fucking, you know what I'm saying? We could have just grew up together and been the same. So I wrote a book about that, and he was my roommate. It's not cliche. It's something it's a real thing, because when you're in the Army and if you're in a position to choose your roommate for newcomers, which I was, I would have chose somebody that was from Chicago to be my roommate, and that's how that goes. So it's not something that was cliche or anything like I just come up with that. It was cool. No, there was people that I find out, folks coming in, like especially when I was a non-commissioned officer, I find out folks coming in like, yo, they'll tell me like, yo, we just got this guy. Shout out to you, Guillermo Espinoza, my little brother, my best friend. I love you with all my heart, man. But when I found out fucking, hey, there's a kid from Chicago, you know what I'm saying, from this area. He just came in through in processing right away. I started making phone calls. I want him with me. I want him in my shop. I want him working for me. And I became his boss, and I fucking took care of him. And I've taken care of him for years and years and years and years, because he was my fucking homie. As soon as he came in, I heard him talk, started talking shit, started fucking clowning. I knew right away he was one of us. And that's just the way it is. Like when I was stationed in Italy, my entire crew that I hung out with in Italy were from Chicago. Shout out to you, Joe Kaminsky. Shout out to you, Al Buczynski. Yeah, the Polacks. The Polacks. Not the Polacks, but the Polacks. Yeah, fucking Mexicans and Polacks go all the way back to the Bible. Mexicans and Polacks, I swear to God, if there's not a half Mexican, half Polish kid in your family, then you don't have a real family, dude. My sisters are half Polish and half Mexican. I'm not Polish. Motherfuckers think I'm Polish because they think I got a Polish nose, but I'm not. I'm happy I'm not Polish, but I do respect what Poland is doing. There's some gangster ass motherfuckers. So shout out to all my Polish family out there. Shout out to all you Polish graffiti artists and you Polish military motherfuckers. Y'all some real G's, man. But just going back to what I was saying. The book is out. It's called Army Story XXX. It's the real shit. It's what life was like. And again, the book is not for military people. Not at all. The book is about just human beings surviving in a situation to where they had no supervision and money in a place they knew nothing about, where prostitution was legal, because it was, and the type of shit that we would have to fucking endure was absolutely bonkers. And I was the stupidest fucking person in the book. No, the book ain't about me, but my name is Emilio in the book. I don't know why I chose the name Emilio. Well, that being said, I'm not just Emilio, I am also Michael. So if you read the book, I am both characters. And I'm also a part of every other character in the book. I add a little bit of me and spice it up because it's just what I have to do to make it original to me and write how I feel comfortable writing. So I hope you guys fucking love the book. First of all, I hope you buy the book. I've sent the book. All the real homies that I have, the ones that I fucking am very close to, I'm going to send you the book for free. The rest of you, buy the book. If you fucking hit me up and show me love and shit like that, and we talk and we become friends and I know you, then it'll be different, then I'll send you the book too. So that's all I got for today. Shout out to MUL because you did this. Flash sent me this. Flash ABC Crew UAC. Mad love to Flash. Real fucking OG. Send me this right here. Dope as fuck. Best thing I've ever seen since probably Dondi. Facts. Absolutely fucking dope. So I love it. Shout out to MUL. Shout out to my brother C3PO. Dude, I love you, man. And I'm always gonna say that. What you do for hip hop, what you do for our culture, and what you will do in the future, I know because I know you're not done, is gonna be phenomenal. And I'm telling you right now, You have all my fucking praises, my brother. Love you to death. That's all I got. Peace, love, and flower power.